Hey, hello again, everyone. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today we're going to talk about some time wasters. In fact, big time wasters. Might even go above 5 big time wasters. Just saying. Actually wasting time can be a waste of money because time is money if you think about it. So let's get right to it. One of the biggest time wasters of all, in my honest opinion, is worrying and fretting over things, especially worrying and fretting over things that there's not one thing we can do about. Now, what do I mean by that? Sometimes we go over and over and over a scenario and we overthink things, and it's just bigger in our imagination, the thing, than in actuality in real life. Stop wasting your time that way. Worrying and fret does no one any good, especially you. Not to mention going over things that happened, let's say 10,000 years ago or the past. Remember one thing about the past. There is not one thing anyone can do about changing the past. But I could give you this much. If you learned a lesson from the past, then that thing was worth it. But here we go again. Stop wasting valuable time on things you can't do anything about. Wasting time is definitely a big time waster. Next, being a yes man or a yes gal. What do I mean by that? Well, were you ever in a situation where you're just such a kind person that you just say yes out of kindness of your heart? And that's nice. It is a nice thing to be kind. But there's overtly, sometimes there's a bit too much of things. Like saying yes to every single invitation out there, even if you don't really like the thing you're invited to or can afford. How many times have you fallen into that trap, into the rabbit hole of saying yes to things that you really can't commit to, you really don't want to commit to, and you really shouldn't commit yourself to? Learn how to say no once in a while and save some valuable time. Okay, I hate to bring this up, but another time waster at times could be obsessing with, guess what? Social media platforms. Yes, to everything, even to this. There is a limit, or there should be. You cannot do social media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sometimes you have to do real life media. Sometimes you just have to be there and look at a person face to face. Sometimes you should just take a mental break from it. Have you ever noticed what happens if your device goes down? Some people go crazy. They go through like a withdrawal situation. That's not nice. That's not good. Don't waste your time constantly. I mean, constantly on social media. I'm not saying social media is bad. Heck, I use it. Obviously, I make YouTube videos, and I'm so glad you tune in and listen to them. That's not the issue. The issue is when anything becomes a bit too much and it leaves everything else out of focus. That could be a time waster, and it actually could be a problem. Next, putting things off, constantly procrastinating. What? Why is that a time waster? Sometimes we spend so much time and effort just putting things off and figuring out clever ways to put this off and put that off. My goodness gracious, the time that we spend putting things off could have been time well spent getting the thing done. I have a little bit of a rule. It kind of works. Get the uglies out in the morning. What am I saying? Of course, not my YouTube videos. Just saying. But get the ugly things in life, the things you cannot stand to do the most. Get rid of those tasks early in the day. I mean it. You'll feel so much better for it. 1, you'll have a sense of accomplishment. 2, that quote, end of quote, ugly task is out of the way, not to be dealt with again for the rest of the day. Think about that. Does that not make sense, or does that not make sense? Next, being too worried about being perfectionistic. Bad news. No one should be perfectionistic. Humans are not built to be perfectionistic. We are not perfect. Just by knowing that we are humans, we are mere mortals, we will make mistakes, we are fallible. Only God makes no mistakes, in my honest opinion. And humans make mistakes. But worrying all day long about being perfect is truly a total waste of time, and it makes you feel badly about yourself. That's never, ever a good thing. Also, being disorganized if you plan to have a meeting. If you're going to have a meeting with friends or family, have your details organized in the first place, because nothing is worse than gathering people who themselves are busy too and they have their valuable time to consider, and just sitting there and just like flubbering and blubbering. No, have your act together. Have your keynotes ready. Go over the important points. They will appreciate it. You will have gotten your message across, and it will be a successful meeting. Just saying, just saying. Thoughts to consider. Listen, I say this all the time. I do appreciate your time. How many times do I say that? Almost every closing of every show that I've ever had, I say that. Why? Because time you cannot get back. So please, stop wasting your time. Just think about these things and have yourself a happier life too in the long run. All it takes is a little bit of pre-planning and going over things. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for listening. Why? Because I really do appreciate what? Your time. You have yourself a great day. I'm going to add a little bit of music and close it out. Have a wonderful day. We'll come back tomorrow with 5 big time savers. So come back tomorrow. Have a great day.